Alright, so today's video is sponsored by Rocket Money. Have you ever had a bunch of random subscriptions you just forget about? Well, Rocket Money is here to help. Rocket Money is the personal finance app that helps you cancel subscriptions, lower bills, and manage your money better. I'm using Rocket Money to cancel unwanted subscriptions that I may have forgot about, which sometimes can happen. Subscribe to something and you go, wait a second, I completely forgot about that. And that's where Rocket Money comes into play here. To save more and spend less, join over the 5 million members using Rocket Money today. Go to rocketmoney.com/emongg or click the link in the description to get started for free. You can also unlock even more features with premium. Hopefully we're able to go through here with the Rocket Money app and find all of the random subscriptions we have, and now Sully will have more toys. I don't know if we'll add that in there, but, you know, just in case we can fit that in there, you gotta give Sully more toys, okay? I hope you all enjoy the video. Don't worry, we'll do another Alright So. Alright, so today's video, we're watching a Bronze 2 support on PC playing Mercy. I was trioed with the Widow and the other support, and I was pushing damage boost a lot because Widow was hitting her shots. After the first round, our tank starts complaining that I'm throwing because I'm not playing with the team and that I'm pocketing the DPS too much. I trusted my other support to do a majority of healing for the tank and thus was trying to push damage boost on our DPS. Right after he complains about my gameplay, I'm waiting for my team to respawn and I see him run in alone and die. I tried to explain that I wasn't going to risk my life just because he was out of position. Near the end, he says that he's just going to sit in our backline to stick it to me, and he ends up throwing the game. I don't think I was the problem. I think I performed well, a few mistakes here and there, but I think I held my own. I'd love if you could help me determine whose fault it was, if it was the tank's or my own. Okay, so basically the Mercy wants to know, did they damage boost too much, or did the tank just feed? Like could they have effectively helped more than they did? That's basically where we're at. Let's see that. All right, here we go.
Don't worry, I'll be right behind you.
I mean, damage boosting's fine, so I'm not too worried about that.
Not to worry, I'll patch you up. Feeling more powerful?
The barrier appears. The barrier has fallen.
Good res.
I could use some assistance. Nice.
No, I'm healing your tank. Everything's fine so far.
Damage intensified.
Everything seems fine so far. You're healing yours. You're pretty much locked on the Sigma right now anyway, so I don't see any issues here so far. You're healing your Sigma again? Like, I mean, so far, you've been playing fine. I haven't seen a huge issue right now. So far, at least. That's on your Sigma. The reason why this is on the Sigma chat is because eventually, if they get grinded down over here, it's a lot of damage. I wouldn't recommend taking this angle unless you end up being pushed back here rather than pushing in there. That's just on the Sigma. That's just a bad play by Sigma. Especially when you're running against a Ramatra comp where you, like, in Junkrat. Yeah, that's on Sigma. Like, I would hate going there. Like, that wouldn't work for me either. Okay, let's continue on. Nice shot. This is fine so far. I don't know why the Spectator does that. I have no idea. Not bad. Yeah, like I said, everything's fine so far. Valk? Yep, good Valk. So far, so good. I guess I'm confused as to like why they would. I haven't seen anything out of the norm here about how you would play Mercy. Keep in mind, this is early on in the VOD, but like so far, so good. Sigma's HP's at full right now. Damage boosting a soldier. Sigma's standing AFK in cart. Reaper kills your teammate. Trying to get out. Your Sigma can't survive that. Anyway, yeah, Sigma's dead. No, nothing you can do about that. That's just a good play. The reason why Sigma can't survive that is because the Mercy healing won't be enough to kill through that. I think if there's a DPS passive or like to heal through that. Even if it's only 10% less healing. So yeah, so far so good. I like I said, I'm not really too upset with how you played it. Only thing I would say is try to look at your teammates a little bit more in front of you, but so far it's fine. We're healing the D.Va. D.Va. Yep. I'm watching still. Good job, Valk. Your D.Va's out of position during that play, so don't worry about them. Bad Valk. The reason why I don't like that Valk is also you just res your Widow into their... Okay, so I want to show you kind of this whole sequence. This is actually, hey, here's the good news. Here's the good news. For being 4 minutes into this game, or like give or take, you've had a pretty good run on like this first part of the round. Two problems why. One, you lost too many teammates there. That would make that Valk not good. On top of that, you rezzed a Widow in front of their team that was attacking you. Do you see the problem here? And basically that's why that whole sequence wasn't really good for you at that point, because you just kind of, you Valked after everybody was dead. Once again, your D.Va dying up here, not your fault. Your D.Va over-regressed. And then your teammates were dead. I think you were down, what? 3? Maybe it was 2 and a baby D.Va. And then your first reaction was the Valk and then res your Widow in front of the team. That's not ideal. So just be careful of that. I do like when people will start to use Valk a little bit more proactively, which means that like you don't wait for everybody to get to 1 HP. You kind of use it as like, okay, everybody's at 70%, let's go in, right? More than I'm going to Valk to try to save everybody, because a lot of the time you just can't catch up on heals, especially with DPS passive. 20% healing reduction on DPS and supports, as well as 10% healing reduction on tanks. Like it's a lot harder to be able to get make a play. So it's just kind of a pre-warning on that one, you know? Anyway, let's continue on here.
30 seconds. Improving your vitals. We need to attack now. Supplying damage increased. Checking in.
On your D.Va again. Okay. The problem that's happening is your D.Va's just flying into their team. So there's just no way the D.Va can effectively expect to survive that. Straight up. That's why your tank's getting rolled. It's just they're taking the tank terminology a little bit too literal and assume that they can't be killed. They're that, and that's not the case. They're just flying into their team and getting rolled. There's just like nothing else to put in that one. Yep. Yeah, I mean it's good that if they honestly 100% HP is good too. I'm giving kind of like that in between of like easier to make that decision when they're at 70%. Yeah, I mean that was fine. Right there, res Lucio. I would not be back here with your Widow. I would actually back away. Your Widow's too far back, in my opinion. That's fine right there, by the way. I'm talking about the spot they were at before.
I'm at the height of my performance.
So far, so good. D.Va's at half HP. You can Valk if you want to. D.Va's fine HP. I'm just watching everything here. Good Reaper ult. Valk is okay.
Hello. Hey there. My duty is being done.
D.Va's fine. Good enough for me. And a broken keyboard. Good enough for me, though, there. I'm fine with that. That was a we'll wait and see how it goes play. A hindsight type of Valk for us. That was fine. Kept your teammate alive. Got a good res off. Resulted in you winning that. D.Va is fine in HP. D.Va's low now. D.Va needs to fall back. D.Va's... Here's my take. I think your tank doesn't know how to play against certain comps. Right? And what I mean by that is, if I'm D.Va against that comp, I'm sitting up here. I'm just sitting up here. Like I'm not trying to face tank Ramatra. So could you have healed your D.Va a little bit there? But I don't think it would have mattered. Yeah, I think unless you're Kiriko Kitsune's, I think once again that's going to be on the tank. I just don't know what they're expecting. Like I just don't think they would. I think the Ramatra would still roll that. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I was just trying to figure that out. This is bronze. job flying in. Good job. Sequence. D.Va's at good HP. Good damage boosts. Good movement. You said blaming the tank? No. So to give you some, for anybody who just joined us, I can give you kind of like what's going on in this game. Basically, the other, from my understanding, just to make sure I read this correctly. Yeah, so the tank believes that they should be getting healed by the Mercy the whole time and don't think that the Mercy's damage boosting too much, and then proceeds to throw the game later on because their Mercy wasn't healing them. So the question was, is it the Mercy's fault or is it the tank's fault? That was the question that was kind of put here in this video. I'll give as much feedback as I can for the Mercy style. Like I said, I don't... My so far, a little bit, about to be halfway through the VOD, I would say the tank is definitely just not understanding the comp that is being played against and is hard feeding a lot more, is what I'm seeing. Yes, and I agree. I mean, you shouldn't expect your Mercy to heal the tank the whole time. Like, Mercy's there to supplement heals when needed with a tank, not sit there and hold left click on a tank. Like, straight up. Like, that's like, it just won't work as well. And I think the Kiriko's done a fairly good job of keeping your D.Va alive. Most of the time the D.Va's dying is when they're just going into their team and not recognizing that like a Ramatra can punch through their defense matrix and just roll them. Things like that. Just like, yeah.
Monstering you. Just
like that, like their D.Va went in there, made a good play on getting a kill in the Widow, but they shouldn't be mad at you there. That's what they get on your D.Va. So.
duty is being done. Amplifying your power.
I mean, chat. There's no way we can, like, look, the D.Va just flew here by themselves. Like, I don't know where to, like, I don't know what they're expecting. That's on the D.Va.
Damn it, Duncan.
Nice shot.
Not to worry. I'll patch you up. I've got a few tricks.
All right. You definitely want to start moving in a little bit more now. Move in. Go Valk. A little bit late on the Valk, but your teammate still could have died there. Don't mind the res because it's your spawn. D.Va has ult. Don't need to worry about D.Va on point for now. D.Va got back in mech. Everything's good. Okay. D.Va flew in. Healing your back line. D.Va needs to play in the back left corner. If they push too far, they're going to lose their suit. You should heal your D.Va now. Yep, keep your D.Va healed. Don't worry about your D.Va now. Fall back. Yeah, everything's fine. Could have started healing D.Va a little bit sooner, but I don't think it would have made a difference. Still watching. They're on Sigma now. I mean, this is just their team playing well. I don't even know where to go with this one. Their team just started to pop off. If you push in there, your Sigma and you are both dead, so you're keeping yourself alive and spawn. Like, I don't know. I don't really see... I don't see too much issue here, honestly. I don't think it's like one of those... I mean, obviously, I would like to see you go to the card here just to try to, like, you know, play to the end. And maybe you're... I will say this, and this goes for anybody in any rank. I've won games where you're in this spot, and just, like, that touch, maybe you go to point and you hit a really good movement off of the person on the cart, and you end up on the high ground. They get distracted. One of your teammates gets a pick. Now it's a 5v4. You know what I mean? Like, I would rather see you at least try to go for the point there. Once again, you're probably not going to win it, but I've won games on the tail end of ridiculous moments like that. Straight up. I have won on the tail end of plays like that. So, you know, I still think it's worth the attempt to go for it, right? No fear. Thanks for the tier 1. Thank you. Appreciate it. I still think it's worth going for it, is what I'm saying.
Attackers incoming. Stop.
Push them back.
That's a very niche thing, by the way. I just wanted to point that out.
A magic touch. I am empowering you.
All right. Kill your Sigma. Good movement to get away. Good backline pressure. You have to help your backline. Your Sigma needs to start backing up. Sigma's doing a good job backing up there. Soldier's a little bit too aggro. Your soldier dies, it's not on you. Good pick by your Widow. Don't try to get that res. Don't force the res. Sigma needs to back up bottom right. Sigma needs to back up. Okay, I mean, if they want to stay there, it's fine. They can't expect you to heal everybody.
I'll make sure that doesn't scar.
I would have tried to heal your Kiriko below, but it's fine. Sigma, if Sigma dies on card, that's okay. Like I just want to point out, chat, if you're the Sigma player in this situation and you're expecting your teammates to keep you alive, I at this point I'm accepting that we're probably retaken and not winning this team fight. So if I win this play, I go, okay, great. If I don't, I'm not mad at my supports. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's just like one of those situations where there's too much happening. Like this backline pressure is too tough on your team. So yeah, okay. Anyway, let's go back this way. And heck, you still come back to heal him. So I mean, you both played that well. Good job. I mean, I didn't even think you'd be able to hold the point for as long as you did. Like, that was well played across the board, Valk. Don't be afraid to Valk this, otherwise you're gonna... Don't reactionary... I'm fine with the Valk still. A little bit of a timing. On your team. You know, I'll be real with you, by the way, chat. I've watched a lot of Mercy gameplay. I don't even know it. This is... I think you can climb out of bronze. I want to point out, I've watched some good movement by you, good like damage boost, healing decisions. A little bit, you know, I would like to see a bit more of aggressive Valks, but like, I'll be honest with you, like, I think you're doing a good job, by the way. I want to point that out. Like, you know, you've had a couple mistakes here and there, but it's not really, you've been playing fine. And honestly, I don't know why your tank would get mad in that situation if they did, because I felt like you and the tank both played that very well and took a team fight that should have been an immediate loss into like a 2-minute hold and the possibility of winning the team fight. You're probably going to lose it now, but like, I felt like both of y'all played that well. So I don't think this should be an issue of y'all getting, I don't know. That's how I saw it. You said boosting the Widow the entire game isn't going to help, but like, I see, even then though, like I haven't seen a spot where like they could have kept their tank alive in most situations. Most of the time the tank is dying. Like most of the time the tank is dying, it's on the tank. It's not on the Mercy. I don't think it would have changed much. So, yeah.
I'm here for healing. Push them back.
Yeah, that's on your diva. Like, I would have recommended going for that as a team, but I don't know. Your diva just 1v5'd in. I don't understand. Like, I don't. Like, they didn't. Even then, if they, you know what? Even then, I wouldn't be mad at your diva just in case there was like a miscommunication on the team. That was a weird sequence, though. That was a weird sequence.
Need some assistance? Let the Kitsune guide you. Boosting your damage.
Good heals. Good job by everybody here. Good team effort. Not bad. Huh.
Acknowledge.
Helden sterben nicht.
Diva's playing a bit too aggro.
You need to stop them. You have to stay alive for
I mean, that's really all. The diva just plays too aggro. They just fly in, they get rolled, and then they get mad. Like I just you can't really. The only thing you can do is adjust your playstyle, but even then, like you're gonna get rolled because like the Ramatra's gonna shred your team. I mean, that's all I'm seeing here. I'm just seeing the diva not play it correctly and just getting angry.
healthy body, healthy mind.
Okay, this is definitely where the arguments are starting more. Because the diva's standing AFK in the back. Yeah, chat, don't do this, by the way. Like, just to give you an idea. This diva's getting mad because they're hard feeding in and not getting healed. Like, at a certain point, this diva needs to realize that, like, they are the ones that are running in and getting rolled. Like, at what point, like, why is that a thing? Like, how is it not being recognized by this diva that what they're doing is not the correct play? Look how much damage output they have. There's just no, like, There's such an easy opportunity to win this game too because of the comp that the other team is running, and all the D.Va does is fly in. Like that is on the D.Va. That's on either of the supports. Anyway, I don't get it.
Feel stronger?
And like this game is winnable. There's 2.5 minutes. That's it. That's all you gotta hold for.
Now we're talking. Checking in. Much better.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Monstering you. We're outnumbered.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Heroes never die.
Hey, nice Resident Soldier.
Amplifying your power.
Well, there's the game. So it's one of those situations. Yeah, I mean that's on your tank more. I mean, listen, you didn't really even like have a bad Mercy game. You had a couple moments, like I said, be more aggressive with your Valks. I think that's something you could definitely work on. Movement was pretty good. Heal to damage boost decision making was pretty good. Yeah, that was on your tank, straight up. I mean, your tank just gave up because they were mad that they were feeding straight. And usually there's a little bit of like, you know, we'll look at that and go, okay, yeah, you could have done this, and this, but like I feel like you played a pretty clean Mercy game. Yeah, I mean, outside of like changing your playstyle, but even then, I don't even know if that would have worked, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, right? Because like the tank was overextending pretty hard, and like if you have to go a hero to play right next to your tank, and they're just shredding you with Ramatra, it may not even go well. It's really hard to say, but yeah, I mean that's definitely more on the tank than anything. I always say it's like the irony of, it's always like the irony of the player that throws is always usually the one accusing everybody else of throwing. Right? Like, they're the ones that are actually throwing, but they're telling everybody else that they're the ones throwing, when in reality, it was them. Like, that was it. Like, it was the D.Va. The D.Va just... There was 2 minutes on the clock to hold second point. One of the easiest full holdable parts of this map with ultimates. And the tank's decision was to just not play and get angry. I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway. Yeah, I'd say I'm more on the tank than you. Clean up the Valks, though. Definitely that will help you a lot. But yeah, good movement. You know, good play. It wasn't a lot that I was super upset with on that. So you did a pretty good job. So you can definitely climb. You absolutely got this. You got this. If you like this video, make sure to like, button, subscribe to all 3 YouTubes you haven't, leave a comment. All that helps. If you want to submit your own spectator, look in the description below. You'll see my Discord. That's who would join. We also record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch chat below the webcam. Also stream on YouTube. So stop by if you have a lot of fun here. With that being said, hope you have an amazing day.